Hello everyone, I hope all of you are doing very well. Today we are here with the last chapter of Flamingo CBC class 12th and it is going places. Without any further delay, let us begin it. Okay, in this particular work, we are talking about the fantasies and the dreams of two adolescents, okay, the teenagers. So, there are two schoolgirls, Sophie and Jansie. They were coming home from school. Sophie declared that she was going to have a boutique. Maybe they're talking about the future perspective. Jansi looked doubtful, as something like that took money. Obviously, opening a boutique requires a certain amount of money. Sophie said that she would find it. She would find what? Money. Jansi observed that it would take a long time to save that much money. Sophie said that she would be a manager till then. So Jansi pointed out that they would not make her manager straightforward, obviously, like people would not make her manager just like this only. However, Sophie persisted in her fantasizing. She said that she would be like Mary Quant. She would be have the most amazing shop in the city. Like she was really having that fantasy, that dream of opening a shop like that of Mary Quant, the best shop in the city. Jansi knew that they were both earmarked for the biscuit factory. She became melancholy and wished Sophie wouldn't say those things. She told Sophie to be sensible. They did not pay well for shop work. Moreover, her dad would never allow it. Basically, uh, Sophie was trying to become a manager at this one, a biscuit factory there. So they both knew. So Jancy asked Sophie to be sensible, okay, and she told that they would not be paid well, and the biggest reason is Sophie's father would not allow her to work at that particular factory. Sophie changed her track. She said that she would become an actress. There was real money in that field. She could also have a boutique aside business as actress did not full work time. Alternatively, she would become a fashion designer, something a bit sophisticated. If I ever If ever I come into money, I will buy a boutique, she said, entering the house. Little Derek, who was hanging on the back of his father's chair, remarked, "She thinks money grows on trees, don't she, Dad?" Their mother sighed. Sophia watched her back, stooped over the sink. The small room was steamy from the stove and cluttered with the heavy breathing man in his vest at the table and the dirty washing piled up in the corner. Sophie felt tightening in her throat. She went to look for her brother Geoff. Now, Geoff was 3 years out of school. He was an apprentice mechanic. He traveled to his work each day to the far side of the city. He was kneeling on the floor in the next room and tinkering with the part of his motorcycle. Geoff was almost grown up now. She suspected areas of his life about which she knew nothing, about which he never spoke. He seemed to be away somewhere, in those places she had never seen. These places attained a special fascination simply because they were unknown to her and remained out of her reach. She wished she could be admitted more deeply into her brother's affections and that someday he might take her with him. She knew that Geoff thought her too young, but she felt impatient. So now Sophie told Geoff that she had met Danny Casey in the arcade. Geoff did not believe her and asked if she had told that. Geoff asked her how Casey looked like. She said that he had green, gentle eyes, but was not very tall. Geoff told his father that Sophie had met Danny Casey. Sophie recalled. Her father looked at her with disdain. He considered Cassie too young for the first team. Sophie then said that Danny Casey told her that he was going to buy a shop. Her father dismissed it as another of her white stories. He did not believe her yarn. He warned her that if she was going back to talk herself into a load of, then if she was going to talk herself, that she will get into a big trouble if she talks. In Geoff's room, Sophie looked at the large poster of United First Team Squad. It had a row of colored photographs beneath. Three of them were of the young Irish prodigy, Cassie. Okay, so Sophie asked Geoff to promise that he would not tell anyone about her meeting Cassie and asked him for autograph for Derek. Since neither of them had any paper or a pen, he asked her to come to meet him the next week. She promised to do so. Geoff said that it was most unlikely thing he has ever heard. On Saturday, they went to watch United. Their team won 2-0 and Cassie drove in the second goal. Sophie glowed with pride. Geoff was ecstatic. Next week, Jansi asked Sophie what she had been talking about meeting Danny Casey. She promised to keep it a secret. Sophie said that her father would quarrel with her if she heard about it. If he heard about it. Sophie realized that Geoff had not told her about the date. After dark, she walked by the canal. She sat down on a wooden bench beneath the sultry elm to wait. For some time, she imagined him coming. Some more time spent. She began to think that Danny might not come. She felt sad. Others would doubt her. Geoff would be disappointed. She climbed the steps on the street. Outside the pub, she noticed her father's bicycle propped against the wall. She was glad he would not be there when she got home. Coming through the arcade, she pictured Danny Casey again outside Royce's. She saw his gentle gazelle-like eyes. She kept waiting in the arcade alone for a long time, remembering the soft, melodious voice, the shimmer of his green eyes. Then Sophie remembered another vision. Last Saturday she had seen Cassie moving past the defenders without making a sound and kicking the ball into the goal. She remembered the thunderous applause made by 50,000 supporters. So this is how it ends, like how everything happened, what are the fantasies of a teenager. And people generally do not believe the fantasies or the things that teenagers have seen. And this is what happened with Sophie here. I hope it was very clear to you. Important questions will be uploaded very soon on my channel through a YouTube Shorts video. You can look into that. And all the very best for exams. Do subscribe my channel, like and share as well. Thank you so much. Bye bye.